Hey guys, welcome back. Mr. Will here. Hope you had a nice weekend. This is a video lesson for every day I'm calculating for April 27th, 2020. Now, we are moving on to a new skill this week. With any new skill, it's going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of practice before you feel real good about it. So I want you to this is like your pep talk. I want you to make sure that you are working hard, asking questions, and know that I am here to help you. Our new skill that we're going to be working on is called systems of equations. Now, systems of equations are just a fancy way of saying when you have a group of two or more equations that share variables. Okay, so for example, this problem here, there are x's and there are y's, variables, letters that take the place of a number, and that is shared between these. So y equals x minus 20, and x plus y equals 84. So we're going to try to find a solution that would satisfy both of these equations. Okay, so we're going to kind of break this down step by step today, and we're going to work on this and add to it over the next several days. Okay, so if you have any trouble, I want you to reach out. I want you to let me know. But again, these are called systems of equations, and we're going to start with this one today. So Sienna wrote these equations to help her solve a number riddle. Y equals x minus 20 and x plus y equals 84. What are the values for x and y to solve both equations? Okay, now, first thing, before we kind of get into it, a couple of things to think about. Number one, what can we kind of determine from our first equation here? Y equals x minus 20. Well, we can figure out from this equation here that y is 20 less than x. Okay, because this number minus 20 equals y. Okay, so we can determine that y is 20 less than x. Okay, so we have that down already. And then what can we determine from this equation? We can determine that x plus y is 84. So the sum of these two variables is going to equal 84. So that's important. Okay, we need to stop and really think about, okay, what do we know? Okay, because we are very much like detectives as we solve these. Okay, so we know a couple of clues right off the bat. Now, one strategy that you can do is you can guess and check. Okay, so we could try to plug in, let's say 44 for x and 40 for y. The reason why I chose those two numbers is because 44 plus 40 equals 84. So it would satisfy this equation, right? Because I could plug in these numbers. Now, wait, would it work on my second equation? Because if I took the same value for x, which would be 44, and I plugged it into my first equation, 44 minus 20, does that equal y? Would that equal 40 down here? No, because 44 minus 20 would give me 24. So this would not be equal. So I was able to get my first equation correct, but not my second. The values for both x and y, they need to be equal in both equations. So you need to find numbers that make this equation balanced or equal, and this equation as well. So that was one try. Let's keep going. Let's see if we can solve this by using guess and check. Okay. So now let's try 50 for x. But instead, let's do it a little bit different. Let's plug 50 for x up here because we know that 50 minus 20 gives me 30. So that would be my value for y. Now, let's plug that in down here to see if that would be, because this equation is satisfied or equal. Let's see if it would satisfy the second equation. So if I took 50 plus 30, that is going to give me 80, which is close, but not equal. So I have not found a solution for both equations yet, okay? But let's try, oh, we're getting closer. Let's try 52, okay? And let's see what happens there. So let's try 52 here. So what would 52 minus 20 give us? 52 minus 20 would give me 32, okay? So that would give me x and y. So let's see if we find the sum. 52 plus 32 gives me 2 plus 2 is 4. That gives me, how about that? That gives me 84. So what that means is this equation is true now, and this equation is true now. So I have found my value for both x and y. X equals 52, y equals 32. It makes both of my equations correct. Now, how did I find this? I used the strategy of guess and check. I first tried 40 and 44. I then tried 50 and 30. I then found 52 and 32. So one of the strategies that we can use to solve systems of equations is this guess and check strategy. So I would like you to try using this strategy today as you explore systems of equations. Again, I am here to help you. This is a new concept. Work hard, ask questions, and I will see you back on Tuesday.